got on shoot, Sheriff. You have to believe me. A gigantic insect did kidnap Susie. It was the size of a bus, and there are more than one. Those things are everywhere. You have to save her.
That's enough out of you. Deputy, escort this chem addict out of here immediately.
No! Stop! You have to listen to me. Big bugs, ants, spiders, cockroaches. Those bugs are not normal bugs. Oh no. It's too late.
Mother of God! What are those?
Humanity is threatened with annihilation by those, born from the unnatural union of nature and radioactive fire. Creatures so terrifying that words cannot describe the horrors those macabre, mutated menaces will bring. Those, coming to a theater near you this summer.
Physician. Every red-blooded American knows that living in the nuclear age means we're surrounded by healthy waves of atomic energy. Now, although all of us know that radiation's warm glow is good for the brain, eyes, and skin, certain individuals of frailer constitution have been known to suffer some small health effects. That's why 9 out of 10 of my colleagues recommend a daily dose of
This is Grafton's mayor. I need you to get up to Prickett's Fort. Yet another set of remains has been unearthed. We need to honor that soldier by giving him a proper burial at the battlefield cemetery.
Tonight, we bring you Chapter 2 of Escape from the 42nd Century, another classic tale from the Atomic Chronicles of K.D. Inkwell. We rejoin our adventure in progress, with our hero flung far from her present to a dystopian possible future. A world dominated by a nefarious hive mind of dolphin-human hybrid creatures, bent on converting the last remnants of humanity into their soulless collective.
Well, this is new, and I don't think this is the past. The History Deck's time locator seems to be reading... This can't be right. The 42nd century? Maybe Jenkins' calculations weren't ready to experiment with after all. The Chronotron Backpack's time crystals are completely out of sync, and will need quite some time to realign themselves to my point of origin. What is with all the propaganda around here? Are those walking dolphins?
All sublimation candidates in Group 5B must report to Station Sigma immediately. Compliance breeds excellence.
That sounds ominous. Judging by the posters around here, I'm guessing that this mind organization isn't exactly welcoming of regular humans like me. Better find a spot to lay low as the time crystals resynchronize.
Hawksmere unevolved! We will capture you!
Uh-oh, that's not good. Atomic Thrill, don't fail me now. That blinding flash bought me a bit of time for my escape, but I need to get out of here in a hurry if I don't want fins.
Strange one, over here. I am the help you need.
Thanks for saving me. By bringing me to the sewer.
Sewer home is the best home. The mine soldiers never venture to these depths.
I don't mean to seem ungrateful. This is all so new to me, I haven't had the chance to understand this brave new world. Let's start with something simple. Who exactly are you?
I have a name, as I am singular. I am the one called Jason David Braden. Found unknown, leader of the human resistance cell of Sector 19. Are you singular?
I'm KD Inkwell, the one and only. I have some time to kill before I can return to my home. Sector. Did I hear something on the loudspeakers earlier about sublimation candidates?
Come, there are friends you must meet. We will explain all.
Looking forward to finding out more about this wild world of yours.
A wild world indeed, KD. Lost in
Pretty
time
sure
in a
I
land ruled
hear
by
it.
a heinous collective of genetic monstrosities, without free will, love, or any vestiges of compassion. Will Inkwell survive long enough for her crystals to sink back to her own time? Will she fall under the ire of mind and be forced to join the assimilated masses of dolphin-human hybrids herself? Who is the resistance of Sector 19? And will she be able to return the noble favor of Jason David Braden? Find out all this and more in the exciting conclusion to Escape from the 42nd Century. Adventurers, take a tour of the uncanny caverns today. Walk through the bowels of the earth in a world uninterrupted by progress, where man's inexorable march towards doom has no sway. Learn about the legendary Night Kid, half boy, half bat, all terror. What's that? You want me to tell them about our discount on premium tours, where you explore hidden formations of ancient rock, all at rock-bottom prices? Not to worry, my nocturnal neighbor. I've got it all taken care of. That's why they pay me the big bucks, and you a bucket of moths. Explore a piece of Appalachian history, and take a tour of the uncanny caverns today.
listeners. Join us, if you will, on a trip directly into your television set as we get the behind-the-scenes scoop on all things television. I'm your host, Leonard Rock. For Behind the Silver Screen, here's a sneak peek at this week's episode. Miss Claire Riddell, a budding new actress taking Hollywood by storm, is joining us today on the Silver Shroud television show set. Miss Riddell, what can you tell us about your role on the Silver Shroud television show?
Thank you for having me on your program, Mr. Rock. It's a pleasure. I'll be playing the Silver Shroud's love interest, the beautiful and deadly Mistress of Mystery. Did you know this will be the first time ever the Mistress of Mystery will be portrayed on live television?
Right you are, Miss Riddell. I can't wait to see you portray the Mistress of Mystery as she takes the leap from the dazzling pages of Hubris Comics and the TNR airwaves to our television sets. Truly remarkable.
It's an honor to take the mantle of the Mistress of Mystery from Miss Rivers as we enter a new era for the character. I grew up fondly listening to her on the radio and hope I can bring the character to life as she once had.
Here in safe and sunny California, we see the crew hard at work, building the hideout of the Silver Shroud. While filming will naturally be done here, I understand that you are expected to shoot on the rough and tumble streets of Boston. Tell me, Claire, it must be rather dangerous for you to take on bands of thugs and criminals. How do you manage to keep evil at bay?
Oh, Mr. Rock, I've been training to play the role of the Mistress of Mystery for a couple of weeks now. As you can see behind you, the crew is still hard at work building the set, so no actual crime fighting has happened just yet. My agent has also hired a martial arts instructor, keeps me in tip-top shape for when the day comes to take on Boston's evil criminal empire. Thankfully, the Mistress is not taking on the entirety of Boston's criminal underworld alone. While she can pack quite the wallop, Silver Shroud is always close at hand. They make quite the tag team duo, if I do say so myself.
Well, how did you like that backstage sneak peek into the world of the stars? I hope you'll join me in seeing the young and beautiful Claire Riddell usher the Mistress of Mystery into her biggest adventure yet. You can see more of this interview on Behind the Silver Screen with me, your host, Leonard Rock. Thank you, and see you soon.
Tonight, in Chapter 1 of Zorbo's Revenge, we find ourselves within the cold metallic walls of Planet Spibulor's military headquarters. It is here, bent over a shiny titanium map of the neighboring galaxy, that the distinguished General Confusion plans his next invasion.
The glory, the gunfire, the screams of helpless civilians. Under my command, another planet will soon fall to the steely might of Spibulor. Now, if only I could make sense of this map.
Little does our alloyed overlord know that the nefarious Dr. Zorbo has infiltrated the facility and is making his way closer as we speak.
Blast this cramped airvent. I've inhaled enough thermonium dust to power my spaceship for a century. But I should reach General Confusion's personal chambers soon enough. Curses! This is a map of my own galaxy! No wonder I can't find the invasion target! Did I hear something? It must have been the caffeine synthesizer.
General, I'm trying to make a dramatic entrance.
An unexpected visitor! Could it be? The Emperor who battled in a magnificent race across the galaxy, who stood up to the repugnant morals of that astronaut and his monkey. You must be the one and only Captain Cosmos!
Yes, Your Honor, to me. Wait, what? You've got a
So? I can't quite see you. Let me raise my optical visor.
Watch where you're shooting. We are on the same side. At least I think we are.
My apologies. That was my optical disintegrating beam. I really need to get those buttons moved further apart.
Yes. Well, as I was saying, I am the former and future Emperor of the Universe, the glorious Dr. Zorbo. And I have heard tell of your authoritarian pursuits, General. You shall be honored to serve me in a quest to take back my rightful claim on the universe.
Excellent! My recruitment drive has really come to a standstill recently, Dr. Zirconium. To have you come and volunteer to lead the army in honor of Spibulor.
Oh, that is disgusting. Now, how did you even come to that misunderstanding, General? After all, your martial prowess is truly admirable. But your didactic reasoning skills... Poor. I see now how you got your name.
What was that? We must band together and build a giant death machine to take down Jingles the Moon Mongoose? Now that is a directive I can agree with, Doctor. Let's get started immediately.
How did you... I didn't even make... oh, never mind. We'll sort this out later. A spiked cage? Why in the world is your personal chamber rigged with death traps?
Why, Doctor, you stepped right onto that bathroom scale. It should be quite easy to avoid.
Of course. I stepped there on purpose. It was just a test. Your deceptive ineptitude is quite a force to be reckoned with, General. Welcome to... the team. Now let me out of here!
It takes several hours, but General Confusion finally locates the button to disarm Dr. Zorbo's unfortunate prison. Not before trying out a litany of other similarly unlabeled death trap buttons. Against all odds, the two villains come out of the ordeal unscathed, having forged an iron bond on the shared frustration of misunderstanding each other. Who will Dr. Zorbo recruit next? And when the time comes for them to face each other, will Captain Cosmos fall prey to General Confusion's baffling misconceptions? Comes to you from the Sonic Squire, a brand new speaker system featured in theaters, studios, and soon your living room. This marvelous, lifelike, one-of-a-kind sound was developed by the scientists at Sonic Sound Systems and is used in motion pictures, concerts, and educational programming worldwide. Imagine sitting down and listening to our Commander-in-Chief's fireside chats in crystal clear audio.
Well, I'm just a mechanic. I don't need high-fidelity, laser-crisp sound when I'm working on my car.
You may be okay living in mediocrity, but what about you? Consider the lesson you're teaching then. I didn't think of that. That's the problem. The rest of his life, doing things halfway.
Oh, what have I done?
Don't worry, kid. It's not too late. Buy a Sonic Squire, and you'll not only enjoy spectacular, stunning, high-quality audio in your home, but you'll be setting your children up for a future of success.
I'll put it in order right now. The garage and the living room. And then maybe someday, President Timmy.
Why not? With high-intensity, intrepidly bold sound, anything is possible. Visit your local electronics store and ask about the Sonic Squire, the leading brand in audio today.
time to grab your pistols and saddle up. Get ready for an old-fashioned standoff as Keith McKinney
Giddy up.
and Stanley Van Robb star in the most anticipated Western of the year.
It's like taking candy from a baby. Mad Dog, let's get this loot and get a move on. Mad Dog?
That mad dog had to be put down. Just like you, darling.
Introducing Molly Ryder as Cat Polly. The Fightin' Furies return in Last Stand at Fort McGee. Watch in gorgeous Panelux color as the Fightin' Furies take on the worst the Wild West has to throw at them as they make their last stand at Fort McGee. In theaters now.
Tonight, in Chapter 3 of Zorbo's Revenge, we travel to the far-flung reaches of space and the dual worlds of Y. A curiosity in planetary formation, the dual worlds of Y formed in tandem and share a single orbit. Travel between the two worlds began early in their culture development, and the war between them ravaged both sides for generations before they enacted the policy for greater unity. At birth, all YENs are biologically joined with a counterpart of the opposing planet, forming a binary culture that ended a millennia of global strife. Now the conflict is contained locally, as the forced conjoined twins live a life of constant bickering. Two such twins are the genius scientists Opus and Obra. Dr. Zorbo is seeking out their dual-core binary fusion processor technology to power the supercomputer of his Star Mangler. The twins have nearly perfected the final prototype, but have reached an impasse with yet another disagreement.
Ha! That is the 5th time I found a flaw in your work just today. Look here. You wrongfully connected the thermal turbine to the nuclear transistors. Wow, how juvenile.
IQ on your world must be lower than I thought. That is clearly a Podensky-Kruger bridge connecting the two transistors. And that's not a thermal turbine, it's a cooler diode, you dunce!
You wouldn't know a Podensky-Kruger bridge if it connected your eyebrows together.
While these two wrangle one another, I shall sneak by, and then the prototype will be mine. The Star Mangler will have the most advanced computer in the universe.
As Opus and Obra fight toe-to-toe, swinging their fists wildly at one another, Dr. Zorbo awkwardly sneaks behind them, laser-focused on pilfering the paradigm-shifting prototype processor. Fixated on his banditry, Zorbo is completely unaware that the scuffle between the conjoined duo has escalated from fisticuffs to firearms.
Aubrey, you twit! Nobody calls me second rate. How about a blast from my repulsor ray? Huh?
You missed it! From there! Your aim is as pathetic as your world's soldering skills. Look, you even hit some sort of wrinkly space frog.
You're right. I think I hit a weird walking jar of pudding. You must have left the door open again, letting all manner of riffraff in here.
Riffraff? Why, I am the former and future emperor of the entire universe, including you two insignificant bickering balls of binary blunders. Now, hand over that fusion processor and you can get back to killing each other. We may hate each other, but we hate thieves even more. I don't care who you think you are. From our perspective, you're just the emperor of cat burglars. I see that I have underestimated you.
So they're keeping Mona Lisa, that's our Brahmin, in the large barn in the center. I saw they were loading up the cargo into a few different stashes around too. Gotta figure out how to get in and grab everything we, you can. managed to get your hands on some of my explosives, I bet you could blast those doors open. Okay, that's all the doors. Get back! Yeah, baby! Nice! Grab the goods and bring it back to good old Mona Lisa in the main building. Mona Lisa's fully loaded. Let's hit the road and get out of here. What the hell is that thing? It's huge! I can see it from here. Kill it before it, comes this way!
Let's get one thing straight, Samurai. I don't like you. You killed my wife. But damn
average housewife. She loves democracy, her family, and the good old American way.
Hi, Mary. I'd love to catch up, but I need to step out if I'm going to have enough time to pick up Junior from his baseball game. Oh, and then I need to also grab groceries and prepare a loving home-cooked meal for when Robert gets home.
Little did she know, what returned home that evening was not her beloved.
Welcome home, honey. Robert, what seems to be the matter?
It's been a hell of a day. You remember, John? He got tangled up in one of the machines at the factory today, and he'll never walk again.
That's terrible.
But the terror was just beginning.
It only happened because the boss had him pulling 80-hour weeks. The boys and I are thinking of talking with the higher-ups about our conditions. If they don't listen, then by golly, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe we'll stop working.
Robert, darling, that sounds like a protest.
Well, what if it is? I think a hard-working American is entitled to fair compensation for a fair day's work. If this system won't work, then maybe we just need to abolish it.
I left the stove on. Give me a minute.
Run, don't walk to your nearest theater to see every American's worst nightmare.
Officer MacArthur speaking. What's your emergency?
I think I married a Maoist.
Witness what happens when horror comes home. Fear communism like never before when you see the Reds in full Panalux color. Only in I Married a Maoist. Paid for and directed by the U.S. Center of Anti-American Activities.
Attention, Space Cadets! This is Captain Cosmos.
And I'm Stella Skyfire.
And together, we've got an important announcement for all you budding astronauts.
That's right. We've partnered with the good people at Don't Be Bored Games to leave you a special message in every box of the legendary run.
But Stella, why not just send a letter? Or even better,
You
a
can
singing
never have
telegram.
enough gold.
La, 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 la.
Remember,
No one wants
I
to
refresh
hear
my
you
supplies weekly.
More importantly, those messages can be intercepted by the evil Dr.
Don't
Zorro.
forget to drop in and say hi next week.
You'll need to use the special decoder ring included at the bottom of every box of sugar bombs.
But that means I'll have to finish the cereal first. Isn't that right, Stella?
Of course! Sugar Bombs is chock full of important vitamins and pep that every space captain relies on for energy, nutrition, and rocket fuel.
Canis Major, I think Jangles just took off with our breakfast.
Well, looks like we've got a flight to catch. This is Stella Skyfire.
And Captain Cosmos, blasting off!
Welcome. May I interest you in our fine art and decor?
Come in, dear. Come in. This is our room. I'm afraid we've been...
5 of Heart of Steel, A Dread Island Tale. Pressing forward and hoping to avoid any further strange encounters on Dread Island, the Franklin children, Anna and Emilio, and their robotic companion Hart, pause before a forest so dark that no sunlight reaches the ground.
Anna, what are you doing? Well, this forest is as dark as a cave. So I'm taking this branch and combining it with some of our scrap cloth and pitch from that tree over there to make a torch. Exactly, a torch.
Anna, my systems should provide illumination sufficient for our travels.
But your light won't keep woodland creatures away.
So the torch can also be a weapon.
Welcome
Hart
to the
leads
White
way
Springs
into the
Spa.
forest, followed by Anna holding her torch, with Emilio brandishing a smaller branch.
Come in, come in. Welcome to Elegance. Our master stylists are only available by appointment. You're welcome to look around.
Sure, there's no way around the forest.
The forest is the straightest path, and the best Welcome to Le Grand Gourmet. Are you here for a cooking demonstration?
You should be too. Birds stopped making noises. Birds don't go quiet without a reason.
It does seem the avian creatures have gone silent. I will begin analyzing any threats. All recipes demonstrated upon request.
3? Only 3?
Emilio, the nearest threat is the low-grade irritant in your plant sword.
My hand does feel kind of itchy.
Hart, why didn't you say something sooner? Emilio, drop that stick.
Recipes for every taste and level of expertise.
Use my speech.
Why would you? It's all over your clothes now.
The next nearest threat appears to be the large life form over there.
The robot's light moves to reveal a strange bear staring.
Today's special is campfire cuisine.
Threatening posture before disappearing.
Where'd it go?
Ahoy there. Welcome to Camping Kids. Has been eliminated by threat number 3.
Hart raises their light upward, where a giant spider hangs from a thick ceiling of webs. and
When
spins
lesser
the unconscious
garments
bear
will not
into
do,
a
this
cocoon.
Taylor's is here for you. At a length of
Good day, sir.
You're
Interested in a bit of sport? Armor and kit for your next expedition.
What? Why?
Fueled by fighting spirit, Emilio grabs the torch and flings it at the spider with all his might. The torch, of course, falls well short of the spider, landing in the nearby brush and setting it aflame.
The local
The
game
flames
has been
make
rather
their
more
way up the
spirited
vegetation
since
on a
the
nearby
war.
tree, closing in on the blanket of webs above.
Yes! It's still gonna make it to the spider! Hand its web! We need to get out of here now!
Anna, Emilio, stay close as I analyze the best options for
This
your
modern combat armor hardly seems
Analyzing and start
sporting.
running!
Reacting to Anna's words, the metallic caretaker picks up a child with each arm as they sprint deeper into the forest. A moment later, the webbing ignites and a flash shoots overhead, leaving our explorers beneath a lake
Looking
of
for
flames.
traditional hunting leathers or something?
Are those flaming spiders falling all around us?
The fallen creatures do resemble micropods with a burning characteristic.
Hello, I'm Alex. Welcome to the newsstand. So nice to have guests again.
As Hart dodges the smaller spiders, the giant spider gives chase, getting ever so closer until...
Stop! Why is it shaking like that?
Hey, Anna! Check it out! Inside are like warm buggers.
Please. We will be reaching an area of assault. Anna, do you require aid?
I'm good. As long as I don't look at
Another one. This is Le Grand Gourmet, a place for those with refined palates.
distances themselves from the fire before stopping to recover. As they sit there in the forest, they begin to wonder whether they are close to salvation, or is yet more danger in store for the explorers. Find out next time on Heart of Steel, a Dread Island Tale.
Are you ready for the thrill and excitement of life in a post-apocalyptic hellscape?
We join our intrepid heroes with the galactic zone in turmoil. Rides are breaking down, the robots are malfunctioning, and a rumor has spread that a fabulous new Nuka flavor can be sampled at the Voltec Among the Stars attractions. The culprit, you ask? None other than the villainous Bimbader. How will our heroes spoil their plans this time? Find out in today's intergalactic episode of Tales from Nuka World!
Please listen to me. There are no free samples of Nuka-Cola Quantum here or anywhere else at the park. If you want to learn more about it, please make your way to the world of refreshment. And your flyers all over the park promising it. And now that we're here, you're telling us there isn't? We want our Quantum! We want our Quantum! Wait, nobody? What flyers? I know every inch of this park, every promotion we have going on, and not one of them is about... why do I bother? Hello, Marco? Yeah, we have a code quartz over here. Yes, I understand you're busy. Look, just come over here, please. Thank you.
What a mess! Let's hope Marco can save the day. Meanwhile, let's check in on Emily and Paul, who are bravely responding to an incident on the Nuka rockets. All right, buddy, you're okay. Run along now. That's the last of the guests off the ride. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. The thing was going crazy. Any idea what it might have been? Not a clue. I mean, everything looks fine. Why is it good? I oiled it just last week. And there's basically no rust. So how on earth is it breaking? Ugh, what kind of